Well, the kind of responses we are getting from the Attorney General and the New Patriotic Party are very comical, to say the least. You see, the NPP thinks that Ghanaians are stupid. You see, and so they think that they can always lie, and even when they are caught pants down for lying, they can find a way of spinning it around, obfuscate the issues, and get off the hook. So they have no respect for Ghanaians. And that is why the Deputy Attorney General can speak this way. Unfortunately, he's somebody I know all the way from Sunyane, where I was raised. I have utmost respect for him. But I'm very sad that he has decided to be the cleaning agent, the fall guy, for his dishonorable boss, Godfred Dame. Look, Doc, we are talking about a matter which happened in court, okay, where an accused person who is a businessman, not a member of the NDC, a businessman being prosecuted by the state for financial loss to the state, for causing financial loss to the state, Richard Jakpa, under cross-examination, gave evidence to the court under oath that the Attorney General has been calling and meeting him at odd hours, impressing on him to skew his answers, his testimony, his evidence in such a way that implicates the first accused, Honorable Atufose. Look, it is material to note that this evidence was given by Richard Jakpa in court, not on radio. That's number one. Number two, the evidence he gave was under oath, meaning that if he lied, he can be liable for the offense of perjury, which is a second-degree felony, which can send him to jail. Now, he gave this evidence to the court in the presence of Godfred Dame. This man who is issuing statement lawyer, Tuya, was there. They were all shivering in their chairs like cows. They could not raise an objection. They could not deny the evidence given by Jakpa. And in fact, Jakpa, if you've seen the record of proceedings, and I'm sure you've seen it, said that I have evidence, and if you dare me, I will open the Pandora's box. Dame was quiet, praying that Jakpa will not open the Pandora's box. If what Jakpa was saying was not true, Section 6 of the Evidence Act allowed the Attorney General to object to that evidence. And the law says you must object timeously. He didn't object that the evidence was false or contrived or vexatious or scandalous. He couldn't. Like a coward, he went sash. He lost his mojo. Because this is also a serious matter, the court had to go into chambers to meet the lawyers. Calm tempers. Came, cautioned everyone in the court before the court adjourned. You could not confront your accuser in court when he was in the witness box. You have the effrontery of issuing press releases full of lies. You see, these people, don't they even have a conscience? If they claim nothing wrong was, they should confront Jakpa in court. He has dared them. He has dared them. Look, Doc, it was on the basis of this that we in the NDC said we have in our custody evidence that supports the evidence Jakpa gave in court. Now we're going to put it out. The Attorney General issued a statement and said, oh, we don't have any evidence. And that Godfred Dame, the Attorney General, neither him nor his deputies nor his adsigns has at any time met with any of the accused persons, including Jakpa. Look, this is the press release which was issued by the Office of the Attorney General. It's on their letterhead, look, as you can see. Dated 23rd May 2024. It is signed by the same deputy, my good friend, Alfred Yautuya. Now listen, paragraph 2. The Republic has never required or desired the cooperation of any of the accused persons in the matter, in which it has already succeeded in establishing a prima facie case against all the accused persons. Neither the Attorney General nor any officer from the Office of the Attorney General has approached any of the accused persons with the view of obtaining evidence from them. Doc, this is what Lawyer Tuan said. Deputy Attorney General. And this, I believe he issued a statement for on behalf of his boss. Then, few days after, because they were lying, they ended up exposing their own lie. Because the spokesperson of Godfred Dame on Joy News, the probe, now came to say that, oh, you know what? Godfred Dame has met Mr. Japa. But it was a Supreme Court judge who invited Godfred Dame to his house. And unknown to Godfred Dame, Japa walked in, he ambushed him. So the Attorney General was entrapped. So what does that mean? It means that the Attorney General lied on 23rd of May, 2024, in this statement, that he had never met the accused person. They themselves came to contradict that lie, that there was a meeting. In fact, as I see radio owned by Gabriel Chirilako, also published that. You know why they were doing that? I said, what chrono? And you know that you have been caught, but you don't know the evidence against you, so you start confessing your sins. We told them we were going to bring evidence, so they knew it was going to be a tape. So they thought we were going to put out the tape of the meeting in that Supreme Court judge's house between Japa and the Attorney General. So they decided to preempt it. And we said, we'll teach you sense, we'll swerve you. That is why we have that tape, but we deliberately didn't put that one up. Because indeed, look, we have many. But the point I'm making is that they themselves contradicted the first lie. Because they think we are all stupid. They think we have forgotten. Then we have done our press conference and given you evidence of a phone call conversation recorded. And this phone call conversation was a call placed by the Attorney General himself on 9th April 2024, which call he placed to Mr. Jakpa at 7:12 a.m. in the morning. On the day Jakpa, 7:12 a.m. 7:12. And I'll give you the screenshot. 7:12. And yesterday I heard Mr. Pratt saying that it was a day before Jakpa would go to court. No, it was the morning of the day Jakpa was supposed to go to court to testify. The same 9th April. At first some say Jakpa didn't have a lawyer. No, he had a lawyer on record. Thaddeus Sorry, the respected Thaddeus Sorry, his lawyer. And yet he called him for 26 minutes. It is that call that Jakpa recorded when he saw that the conversation was going into the realm of criminality. And that is what we have played. And this same man with no honor or character, no respect for the truth, comes to tell us that there is nothing wrong with it. What has happened to their conscience? What do they take us for? Master, Rule 13 of the Legal Profession, Professional and Etiquette Rules 2020, LI 24.3 is clear. A lawyer cannot communicate with a represented person without going through the lawyer for the represented person or seeking his consent. So for Godfred Dame to have been engaging Jakpa at that ungodly hour, he breached Rule 13 of LI 24.23. This is open and shut. No amount of lies can cover this up. They should stop wasting their time. Rule 54 of LI 24.23 is clear. A lawyer is not supposed to tell a witness to lie. A witness, when he is testifying before a court, is supposed to testify about matters within his personal knowledge. Not with matters within the personal knowledge of the lawyer on the other side, his adversary. Our system, our jurisprudence, is an adversarial system. You are prosecuting Jakpa for committing a crime. The man is going to court to testify. Then you call him and say, when you go and I ask you about letters of credit, say this. say this. Then the man says, what you're saying is wrong. This is the right position. Letters of credit is not payment. It is a security with condition precedence. It can only be activated for payment when the condition precedents are met. He said, oh, no, but the terms of contract are the same. And there was no advance pay. He said, no, you are wrong. The AG didn't even understand the contract that his own case is predicated on. Maybe he understood it, but he thought Jackpa was John, in quotes, like the young men say. He was a zombie, so you could mislead him. But Jackpa was so discerning. He knew his onions, his facts. He kept on telling him, you are wrong. This is it. After he pushed Jackpa and continued to argue with him, it doesn't create any difficulty for you. So if you accept to testify the way I want, it doesn't create any... Jackpa said, but if I do that, I will be dishonest. Doc, you played the tape here yesterday. Yes. And my dishonesty will send an innocent man like Atuforsin to jail. And I can't do that. Doc, Godfred Dame. Even after this,
what did he just say?
I've never seen a man who is so wicked like Godfred Dame. That even after the witness would tell him this, he was still pushing. And the witness said, you have met me in my brother's, he mentioned the name of the Supreme Court judge, house over and over again. You've been telling me this. Master, I can't do it. When he failed, he said, oh, at a point he said, oh, I don't even know whether the call is being recorded. Look at him, such a dishonorable character. If you were doing the right thing, why would you be scared of your conversation being recorded? A man bereft of honor. And then he goes on to say, the most abominable thing I've ever heard from the lips of a lawyer, tells an accused person he is prosecuting for a crime, that I have to travel. So try and drag your evidence so that you don't finish early. Fixed match merchants, legal terrorists, legal engineer.
What did he do wrong?
Why will you be telling? And I said, if Jackpa wants to testify in one day, what is wrong with that? Why are you telling him to testify for long? Are you his lawyer? You his adversary? You who want to jail him? You are coaching him that drag your testimony. Are you a court? Then the man says, oh, I have a lot of documents. It will depend on the behavior of the judge. You may come and meet me. He says, okay. You can go for a medical excuse duty. Then Jackpa says, okay, then if you go for the medical excuse, I said, no. How can me go for Godfred Dame, a medical excuse duty? You go for it. And Jackpa was scandalized. He said, me? You want the woman to issue another bench warrant for me? Look, you see, it is only people who...
So he was asking Jackpa to
go and forge a fake medical excuse duty. When he knew Jackpa was fit and strong, go and forge a medical excuse duty to deceive a court. And you have people defending this. We should do psychiatric examination on them. If you can defend this. This is criminal. Section 213, Section 214 of the Criminal and Other Offences Act is clear. If you create a circumstance to deceive a court, you are guilty of perjury, a second-degree felony. If you tell a witness to lie to a court, you have engaged in professional misconduct. Now, Doc, in all these things, Godfred Dame has absconded.
What do you mean absconded?
Because he has not spoken on this matter. When he was confronted to his face in court, he couldn't utter a word.
I'm told he's out of the country.
No. First of all, Jackpa confronted him in court. He was there. He couldn't respond. Right? He couldn't also respond in the media. Then when the evidence was heard, he himself, you know, he's one of the attorney generals who speak a lot.
He's not around.
So
I'm told he's not around.
Zoom near USO.
Oh, maybe he also has a strategy. You can't determine how he responds to the issue.
Okay, but I can comment on how he responds to the issue.
Yes.
And I'm commenting that his silence means that he has nothing to say. Because Godfred Dame, we all hear him granting interviews on Joy. You think that if somebody brings out a tape against an attorney general and the tape is doctored, it will take Frank Davis to come and say it. Godfred Dame can't say that for himself. Lawyer Tuyan, he and Godfred Dame, Godfred Dame doesn't even have confidence in Lawyer Tuyan, his deputy. If he had confidence in you, he wouldn't tell a witness to lie to the courts and forge a medical excuse duty to give him time to travel and come back. He would have known that, oh, my deputy is capable, so even if I travel, my deputy can prosecute this case. And you are defending this man. I'm shocked. I'm ashamed for that, my countryman.
Okay.
And look, my point is that his spokesperson, since we brought out this evidence, Wilberforce, my very good friend, I told you the last time, he was my vice president when I was president of the SRC of Ghana School of Law. We were called to the bar the same day. I have a picture with him. Nice man. He was all over the place that, oh, Godfred Dame only told Japa, say the truth, say the truth, say the truth. I have the tape there. He said, oh, Godfred Dame only told Japa that if you say the truth. Since the evidence came, Wilberforce, when the media people call him, he doesn't pick. Before the evidence, on Good Morning Ghana, by now he would have been texting you and Yampofu messages. Today, he has gone into hiding.
Well,
hiding in his
we don't know why he's not available, so let's just...
What? You don't know?
No, you don't
why
know
was he all
available.
over the place granting interviews? Then when the smoking gun came, you see, every day for thief man, one day for the master. Dame, this has been your stock in trade. This has been your modus operandi.
This is
an abuse of the justice delivery system.
This is a stretch too far.
Why?
There's a specific allegation. Let's focus on it.
No. Why is the stretch too far? Doc, if Dame is doing this in this case, tell me, why couldn't he have done this in all the other cases?
Yeah, but we don't have evidence to that effect.
Oh, but Doc,
let's stick to this one.
If I am saying, in my opinion, that if he can do this,
there is a possibility.
Yes.
Okay.
That he's in the habit of that. And we've been complaining about this times with that number. And look, it is not only the Legal Profession Act that he has violated. And I'm happy that people are calling on the GBA to speak, because he has also violated the GBA rules. This is the Code of Ethics of the Ghana Bar Association. He is the leader of the bar as the Attorney General. And Rule 11 says dealing with other lawyers' clients. GBA rules. This, the one I referred to was the Legal Profession, Professional and Ethics Rules, okay. LI 2423. This is GBA, and it says a lawyer commits misconduct if he interviews or otherwise communicates about a pending case or a matter directly with any person whom he knows to be represented in that case or matter by another lawyer without the express consent of the other lawyer.
But I've heard.
No, don't even repeat it here. It's a lie.
I've heard.
He has always had a lawyer. It's not true. His first lawyer, I know.
There have been instances where
he changed his lawyer.
The
day he changed his lawyer, the next day he came to court with another lawyer. Okay. So they are lying to you. Okay. And the recording was done on 9th April 2024. His lawyer was Tadio Sorry.
Asat.
On record, yes. And this is it. This is the GBA rules. So why is the GBA quiet? The Godfred Dame, 2023 last year, he went to the bar conference and delivered a speech. Have you seen the speech?
No.
This is what Godfred Dame said. I'll just read to you the relevant portions. In my view, the Legal Profession, Professional Conduct and Etiquette Rules, 2020, LI 2423, is carefully designed to serve as a signpost for high standards and integrity in public service for every lawyer. Rule 1, he begins to lecture the lawyers of LI 2423, sets out the lawyer's duty to discharge his responsibility towards the clients, the court, and the public. Then he goes on and on. Rule 5 of LI 2423 teaches us that in representation by a lawyer, that lawyer is a representative of a client. He goes on and on. Then he comes. There cannot be a bigger avenue for a lawyer to demonstrate higher standards and integrity in society than service in the public sector. The bar is not without its problems, but let us not forget that the law is an endless, stimulating profession. It is serious and fun at the same time. May God help us to continue to build a Ghana founded on the rule of law, grounded in high standards of integrity and respect for fundamental human rights. I am grateful. God bless us all. Godfred Dame. Look, he was preaching about adherence to the ethics, quoting rules, pontificating, not knowing that he is the most violent violator of the rules that govern the legal profession.